Hello, my name is Jess Knox and this is In the Raw, where I'll be showing you how to create some delicious, nutritious living meals. Today we're going to be making apple pie. Now this isn't like a normal apple pie where you will feel guilty for eating the whole thing. This is actually my breakfast and it's quite healthy. What you'll need is about 5 apples, save one for later, and you'll want to chop them up. You'll need a blender and a food processor, or you can just use a blender. So we'll chop up 2 of the apples, and we're going to blend them to an applesauce consistency with about 1/3 of a cup of cranberries. Throw that in. Tiny bit of sea salt. And the spices I'll be using is actually apple pie from Victorian Epicure. If you don't have this, if you don't have an Epicure consultant in your area, you can just put in your regular apple pie seasoning, say a little bit of cinnamon, some nutmeg, and a tiny bit of clove. So we'll put in about 1/4 teaspoon of this, and let's make it a 1/2 teaspoon. So we're going to blend that up. Perfect. Okay. At this point what you'll want to do, now this is optional, because the cranberry is quite acidic and will keep the apples from going brown, but I'm going to add a little bit of juice. Actually, that was about a tablespoon. I don't want to put any more in because otherwise it will be too runny. So, start that again. At this point, add the other 2 apples. And you'll just want to coarsely chop it. You can also use a food processor. Okay. This is actually good like this. See, it's kind of lumpy, kind of choppy. Let's have a taste. Yum. Okay, now we're going to make the crust. I have 1 1/3 cups of random nuts. I've soaked them for about 20 minutes. I have 2/3 of a cup of cashews, 1/3 of a cup of almonds, and 1/3 of a cup of pecans. And as I said, they've only been soaked a short time. You don't want to soak them for a long time because then they'll be too soft. And whenever you're soaking nuts, you'll want to, or anything for that matter, soak it in clean water. You can either buy bottled water or get a Brita filter. So this is a new little hand food processor I have. So we'll try it out. I haven't used it with nuts before. Okay. Little hand food processor with nuts, not such a good idea. So I poured the filling into a bowl, put the nuts into here. We're going to blend these. And you want them just to a kind of crumbly consistency. So now we have 1/3 of a cup of raisins and 1/3 of a cup of dates. And these are 4 medjool dates. They're very creamy, they have a honey-like taste, sort of a mix between honey and molasses. They make great candies for kids. And 1/3 of a cup of soaked raisins. Now the dates and the raisins have been soaked for an hour. Again in purified water. So we'll take another 1/4 teaspoon of the apple pie spice, or you can just use plain cinnamon. It tastes quite good as well. And we'll want about 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. turn this to the blender. You can use a food processor again. Food processor is better for this, but my little hand food processor, not enough to work. Okay, so you want it to kind of a cookie dough consistency. I have my pie pan here. We'll just unload it into the pie pan. Yum. The benefit about this is that any leftover dough you can roll into little balls or little cookie shapes, dehydrate them for some very healthy cookies. Okay, so then you just want to press it into the pie pan. Sometimes it's a good idea to just flour the bottom with a bit of almond flour, which is just some dried almonds ground up into a flour and sprinkled on the bottom. So we'll press that in here. I gotta tell you, I made this up on the spot. The recipe, this is the beauty of raw food, is that, well, of any meal really, but especially raw food, is that you can make it up as you go along. The funny thing is, people are amazed. They come over and they ask me for my recipes. I post them online. I make them up on the spot. So be creative. Please, don't be afraid to be creative. That's the spice of life. Okay, and this is great to do with your kids too. Nice sticky hands, and they will love it. You don't have to bake this, you don't have to worry about the pie dough not rising or not turning out well. Actually, even if you're making a cooked pie, this works. Okay, so we throw in our filling. It is a little runny, but it'll settle, especially if you put it in the fridge. So using a little mandolin, I've chopped the garnished apple into little slices. This is a $10 mandolin from Canadian Tire, and it's better than the $50 mandolin that I was given as a present. So I believe this is starfruit. I'm not sure though. Anyway, so what you do is you just start layering. Well, my memory card ran out of memory. So, here's the pie. And I've already eaten some of it, but it was really good. So, and you can see it did thicken up really nicely, and yeah, it's really good. The crust with the apple cranberry is delicious. Please try this. You won't regret it. If you like apple, if you like cranberry, you can't even taste the cranberry on its own, but yeah, it's quite good. The cashew in the crust, I have to admit, is something that I really do not regret. I've never done that before, and it's really good. Yeah, so try it, and I hope you enjoy. This has been Jess Knox Within the Raw. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video. Have a great day. Bye.